Hello everybody and welcome to part 1 of the official main card of our Wwe 2K25 Universe Mode Summerslam live from the First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. We got a brilliant show for you here tonight and it's all full matches, well, kind of. So let's look ahead at what we have to look forward to. So the Intercontinental Championship is on the line. Bron Breakker faces number 1 contender Ilja Dragunov. An outsider, Oba Femi, who Adam Pearce added to the match due to recent performances. It's all no bread, no water, just mead. Liv Morgan defends against bitter enemies Mina Shirakawa and Blake Monroe. Can they keep the feud and the heat within the ring and focus on the goal, which is the WWE Women's Intercontinental Championship? And to close us tonight in Part 1, Rhea Ripley defends the World Heavyweight Championship against Julia. Julia never got her opportunity due to injury. She has an opportunity tonight. Will it be beautiful madness?
This is it, the biggest event of the summer. Summerslam. 2 nights, 60,000 screaming fans. No mercy, no escape, no excuses. It all starts with the kickoff. Gunther steps into battle with Ron Killings in a clash of brute force and raw charisma, and Dominic Mysterio faces Chaos Incarnate, Mr. Iguana. Night 1, the gloves come off. Liv Morgan defends the Women's Intercontinental Championship in a triple threat fight against Mina Shirakawa and rising powerhouse Blake Monroe. The Intercontinental title explodes into a 3-way collision. Bron Breakker, Oba Femi, Ilja Dragunov. 3 titans, 1 prize, no limits. Julia takes her shot at the Eradicator, Rhea Ripley, in a women's world title match that promises pain, pride, and pure intensity. Then, we step inside Hell in a Cell. Edge defends the World Heavyweight Championship against Will Ospreay and Drew McIntyre. Careers will change, scars will last forever, and in the tribal battleground, Jacob Fatu, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns. Only one man walks out as the true head of the table. Night 2, the final reckoning. Damian Priest challenges LA Knight for the United States Championship. One's walking out a star, the other, a memory. Roxanne Perez issues an open challenge for the women's US title. Who's stepping up? Who's breaking through? Stephanie Vacher confronts the EST, Bianca Belair, in a clash of continents for the WWE Women's Championship. And in the final war, Cody Rhodes, CM Punk, Joe Hendry versus John Cena. Wade Barrett, Bren, the self-proclaimed gods of the NBO, want to take over, but the champions won't go down without a fight. No rules, no rematches, no tomorrow. WWE 2K25, SummerSlam, the future is decided here.
Every time I see that trailer, I get so hyped. I don't know why. Maybe I'm getting better at trailers. I kind of like the narrator voice. It makes it feel so, authentic. But we're kicking things off, I believe, with the WWE Intercontinental Championship. Bron Breakker, who has been our champion since WWE 2K24, defends against Ilja Dragunov, who had to earn his opportunity, obviously former Intercontinental Champion. It's only fair that he earned this opportunity. Oba Femi also been doing things that are incredible on Raw. The fresh new signing. He deserves an opportunity. I'm glad Adam Pearce has added him to this match. But we're looking at the star, Ilja Dragunov, former Intercontinental Champion, lost out at Saturday night's main event on WWE 2K24 to Samuel Zayn. Sami Zayn, of course, a member of SmackDown now. Ilja Dragunov, just after projecting his career since his return on Raw a few weeks back where he beat Rusev for this opportunity. He's going to have to go through the badass, the unpredictable, let me try to do Michael Cole's voice, the unpredictable badass, Bron Breakker, and the ruler of Raw, Oba Femi. Now, I don't know if you guys have been following all the way along, but Ilja has had a very, on 2K24 towards the end of the universe mode, he was very, very strong. He beat Jey Uso at Elimination Chamber. And a fun fact, we can talk about it now because it's been and gone. I actually tried to book Jey Uso to win that match. I played as Jey Uso. Ilja was just too powerful. I'm not even joking. So I just went with it. He successfully defended. But the Tsar is here tonight to prove himself that he still belongs with that Intercontinental Championship. Of course, will have aspirations to go higher, I think, as will all 3 of these men in this match. But as for SummerSlam, one thing is for sure. Ilya's eyes are well blue. Just realised that. And one thing is for sure, whoever wins this championship will be considered a serious threat to be able to dethrone. And here comes the ruler. Ooh! Wait, I've got the song in. I just need to time it. Ooh! 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 I hope you're all doing that. Oba Femi! Not really had a good universe mode, but I want to make it apparent in 2K25 that I really want Oba Femi the top of the mountain. I actually like Oba Femi. I think he does belong on the main roster in real life. That's why I'm putting him on Raw. And this match is Oba Femi's wheelhouse, in my opinion. He always seems to do really well in triple threats, just with the ring IQ and just the timing of his interceptions and when to strike and when to back out. Oba Femi, for me, is definitely the favourite to win this match, just for that triple threat experience. Of course, Bron Breakker, the unpredictable badass. I'm sure Bron Breakker's undefeated. Of course, Bron was on Raw Talk and at the SummerSlam kickoff show saying that he has goals to be a world champion in this universe mode. But the Intercontinental Championship is sacred to him and his family, and they will not lose it here tonight at SummerSlam. Actually, kind of teased some Steiner math, saying that he will hold not one but 2 championships, and 1 + 2 = 3, so he might even go for the tag titles as a solo. No, I'm joking. But here comes the unpredictable badass. I am almost certain this year we will see Bron Breakker with the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. I am almost certain. And look at this attire. Break everyone. Going back to his roots. And is there any dogs in Cleveland? Woof, woof, woof. Imagine if he said that and someone did a chihuahua bark. Like, woof, woof. That was a terrible impression. And he's pointed at the Intercontinental Championship. Bron has made it very clear, although he has aspirations to go higher, he doesn't have aspirations to lose that Intercontinental Championship on the way. He wants to dominate Raw, and with that dog in him, and with the power of the Breaker, I think he'll be fine. But it's going to be a difficult match, because Oba Femi's unproven. Well, he's proven enough to Adam Pearce to get this opportunity. Ilya's a former Intercontinental Champion who obviously lost to Sami Zayn in a very hard-fought match, but he was injured during the match. That's partially the reason that he lost, and we're underway. And Bron with the clothesline and Oba Femi. What is Ilya doing? Goes to the top rope, cross body. And I think that's what Ilya's got. Well, actually, Bron's got it as well. I think Ilya can mix it up in the air with aerial assault and on the ground with great technical wrestling. Bron Breakker's more of a powerhouse, but some freak athleticism. Runs the ropes at 23 miles per hour. That is not a joke, by the way, guys. If you actually if you deep think how fast 23 miles per hour is, it's scary. And good news is, you've seen on the post, Ilya with the throw of the chair, not letting Bron get any offense. Now Bron going to go after Oba Femi. Not aware that Ilya has just hit him with a chair. Probably didn't even know where it came from. And obviously on my community post, I'm sorry if I post too much. I like to keep you guys in the loop. I think it's always important to stay active. You can see that the WWE Raw and SmackDown will begin a 3rd championship payback and Night of Champions. SmackDown has the Underground Championship. Here on Raw, which is what these 3 guys are involved in, will have the WWE World Television Championship as Oba lifts up Ilya. And of course, a poll on the go at the moment for a potential Attitude Era universe mode or a 2K19 universe mode. A lot of people saying they want me to do both. I think that will be too much, I'll be honest. I mean, if I'm going to do an Attitude Era universe mode, it's going to be a lot edgier than this one. It's going to be like the Attitude Era. So, obviously more adult themed. If we do the 2K19 universe mode, it will be more like this. Like, it will be booked exactly the same as this. I'm going to have to take some time to book it. But my theory was that if we did the, when Ilya misses with the clothesline, if we did the Attitude Era, I'd start the Royal Rumble in 01. We'd have Mania earlier, so we can have like Mania spread out throughout the year. We can have 2 Manias. So we'd have like WrestleMania for that in like the end of August, September. If we go with 2K19, I think I'd also start the Royal Rumble, just so the calendars are, in sync. It's an alternate universe, isn't it? So we want to make it. I think the Royal Rumble's always a good place to start. And if anyone's starting a universe mode, I always think it's good to start the Royal Rumble. Because you don't have to do too much storytelling, You can kind of like just book off what happens at the Royal Rumble. Obviously, a 30-man and 30-women Royal Rumble, you can find lots of altercations in there where you can build feuds for WrestleMania. That's always a good place to start, I think. Let me know what you guys think. As Bron Breakker is going to bounce Ilja off the barricade. I have been paying attention to the match. Very dominated by the unpredictable badass, who is definitely trying to put away Oba Femi. Bounces him off the ring apron here. Oba's in trouble. Ilja is stalking Bron Breakker. We know this rivalry is a big rivalry. Bron, of course, wanted an opportunity at Ilja and his Intercontinental Championship, but failed. He lost to Jason Uso in 2K25. I know I said Bron was undefeated. I meant in 2K25. I'm pretty certain he's undefeated. And the Prime Bottle is in play. Oba Femi has that to hand. Oh, and whacks Ilja Dragunov round the face. Oh, he just bounced out of Charles Robinson's head. Wanted a rebound. Now Bron could be in trouble. And the ruler with a big clothesline to the unpredictable badass. And still to come tonight, we've got 2 women's matches. And I'm telling you now, the women's Intercontinental match might be the best match I've ever done on any WWE Universe mode. I'm not joking. It was so good. It is so good, you're going to find out. Of course, part 2 will be the next 3 matches. I think the next 3 matches might be... well, it's definitely the World Heavyweight Championship. We're going to see the triple threat between Roman, Seth and Jacob. And, of course, where we might even see another women's match. We might do the Roxanne Perez Open Challenge. See who she's going to defend the United States Women's Championship against. So we'll have a plan. I think that's roughly what I'm going to go with just off the top of my head. And then, obviously, part 3 will be the NBO versus Team Punk, Rhodes and Joe Hendry. We'll also have the WWE Women's Championship on the line as Stephanie Vaquer looks to vanquish Bianca Belair. Kick out from Oba Femi there. We'll also have Damian Priest. He's going to challenge the megastar LA Knight, for the WWE United States Championship. Another one is LA Knight, and broke up pin here from Oba Femi. Thought Bron had that. And another one, LA Knight, who has been very vocal about his desire to go to world level. And I think that's something that I could definitely see happening. And I'd be very interested to see what LA Knight's journey looks like. Oba Femi, chokeslam. Well, it's like a chokeslam. Pop-up, spinebuster, chokeslam. Ilja in trouble. Could that be enough to win the Intercontinental Championship? Of course, triple threat rules means that Bron Breakker does not need to be pinfalled or submitted to lose the championship. Oh, and a big European uppercut there from Oba Femi. Excuse me. Oh no, he's going to launch Bron across the ring. The freakish strength of Oba Femi is what... Oh, now Ilja with a roll-up pin. Out of nowhere, can Oba Femi kick out? He does, and flips it into his own pinfall. Could be about to steal the Intercontinental Championship in a kick out from Ilja Dragunov. And brings Ilja back to his feet. What are we going to see? Pop-up powerbomb from Oba Femi. And Bron hasn't moved since been launched across the ring. And it's a 3 count. We have a new Intercontinental Champion, folks. And his name is Oba Femi. And the ruler. Wow, I'm actually really happy about that, to be fair. Oba Femi on Raw is going to be our champion. But, folks, we're going to have a look ahead at this next PLE Saturday night's main event, live from Atlanta, Georgia.
This is more than just another Saturday night. This is the return of a legacy forged in the golden age of wrestling, reborn in the heart of the South. Live from Atlanta, Georgia, the city that birthed legends, ignited rivalries, and stood at the crossroads of chaos and greatness. Where the Omni once echoed with the roars of the past, Now, a new battleground emerges. Tonight, the past collides with the present. The legends who paved the way and the warriors of this new era will clash under the bright lights of Saturday night's main event. Heroes will rise, villains will fall, and history will be written in blood, sweat, and pride. The main event isn't just a show, it's a statement, a proving ground, a reckoning. In the city that never forgets its roots, will you witness the birth of a new icon? This is Saturday night's main event, live, electrifying, unstoppable, and it all begins now.
Well, I hope you are ready, folks. I don't like breaking the fourth wall, but I would definitely get your snacks and your popcorn in for this one. I have never played or seen a match like this in my life. This match is one of the most tense matches I have ever seen, and it comes in a match that I didn't expect to be at the level that it was. But anyway, breaking kayfabe, but this is going to be a classic. Women's Intercontinental Championship on the line. When you look at matches of the night potential, you never expected this to be won. But Mina Shirakawa, who suffered her first loss in our entire Universe Mode history a few weeks back to Liv Morgan when she went for the Intercontinental Championship. Blake Monroe was then given an opportunity to compete. Mina wasn't happy about that, said she didn't deserve it, she didn't earn it, and Mina was cheated because of Raquel Rodriguez. That's what she thought anyway. But Mina Shirakawa, for those of you who don't know, I will tell you a little bit about her. She is a wrestler who currently wrestles for AEW, All Elite Wrestling. She was a former member of Stardom and in a trio with Zaya Brookside and Mariah May in Stardom, or now known as Blake Monroe. She was one of the most popular Joshi wrestlers in the world. And if you do obviously follow Japanese styled wrestling, you'll definitely have heard of Mina Shirakawa. And a little bit of history about her in our Universe Mode as the glamour Blake Monroe makes her way to the ring, my favourite women's wrestler. Well, actually, I keep having this debate. Let me finish my other point because I just keep going off on tangents, then I'll talk about Blake. So Mina is undefeated in 2K24 in the entire, and she was undefeated in 2K25 until she faced Liv Morgan. Now, back to Blake Monroe, former Stardom partner, former AEW Women's World Champion, kind of been like a sidekick to Mina Shirakawa since both signed with WWE Raw. It was a dual package. We thought that the Glamour girls were going to go in the tag team division. Of course, the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships were removed at the start of 2K25, meaning that it's every woman for herself, essentially. And hopefully Raquel sees that at some point. Now, the thing is, you'd probably expect it to be the other way around. Blake Monroe is the main character and Mina is the side chick. But if you actually go back and watch Stardom, it was the other way around. And that's why I booked it this way, is because that's what it naturally feels like. But anyways, we saw Daddy Dominic defeat Mr. Iguana on his debut in the kickoff show. We saw Liv accompany him to ringside and really get involved and make sure that Dirty Dominic was not losing to the Green Man. Now Liv is here to defend her WWE Women's Intercontinental Championship. Of course, won it recently, about a month ago. And off Lyra Valkyria, who we have not seen since, sadly. She will be back soon, though, I'm sure. She is successfully had 2 successful defenses against both of these women in singles competition. Of course, the defense over Blake Monroe needs an asterisk because obviously the interference of Mina. And you see there straight away, Blake Monroe's not going to forgive Mina Shirakawa that easily. And my main concern coming into this match is how these two women deal with the hostility and the frustration with each other. Of course, Mina blaming Raquel and Blake for not winning the Intercontinental Women's Championship. Blake attacked mid-match against Liv Morgan by Mina, causing a disqualification, meaning that Liv retains the title. So Adam Pearce has said, look, none of you probably earned this. Liv has beat you both, so it's a bit unfair on Liv, but we need to just settle this once and for all. Liv agreeing to the match, saying she can beat them both in her sleep. She's already proven that. Of course, Raquel banned from ringside as well, which is an interesting dynamic. as Blake Monroe goes after Mina Shirakawa. Liv's going to feed off the scraps, but Blake can fight back. And don't be mistaken by Blake Monroe's appearance. She's a very beautiful woman, but she's actually nasty as hell. And a nice backcracker there on Mina Shirakawa. Former, in our universe mode, former Ring of Honor Women's World Champion. Former AEW Women's World Champion. Undefeated. Still, technically the AEW Women's World Champion. Beat the likes of Mercedes Moné. And, of course, Chris Statlander as well. In Ring of Honor, she beat Athena. She's pretty much beat everybody. And when I talk about that, I miss doing them other promotions in my universe mode. But obviously, I wanted to diversify my content to help you guys and the LFG thing. I don't think it'd be possible for me to bring that back. It'd just be so much work. Because I had to book AEW exactly the same as WWE. And it was 4 shows. Well, 3, because Collision was the same. It was one brand, wasn't it? And now Blake's in trouble. Liv Morgan escapes, and Mina's there to help Blake Monroe find her way to the canvas. And she just comes out of nowhere, and Liv goes for the drop kick, but Mina reads it. And I want one thing that is very, very sure. Nice Bexploder there from Mina Shirakawa. Mina is not a joke in this universe mode. She is, just because she's low, and the prime bottle to the face of Blake Monroe. I wonder how the ice pop flavour tastes in the mouth. Now a nice leg drag there from the former AEW Women's World Champion. Still yet to win gold in WWE. Could do that tonight by pinning Liv or Blake Monroe. And during the commercial break, it was taken to the outside, and Blake Monroe has wiped out Mina Shirakawa and Liv Morgan. It could be the beginning of the end. Could we be about to see Blake Monroe win the WWE Women's Intercontinental Championship? She could be in trouble here. Mina, stomped to on the outside of the ring as well. Liv Morgan can only watch. You have to wonder, and you have to keep thinking, how much is that rivalry? And a code breaker from Liv. Get the pinfall, you've got beaten. In the middle of the ring, Blake Monroe's nowhere to be seen, and a kick out from Mina. And the hashtag We Want Mina is always trending on Monday Night Raw. She's one of the most popular Raw women on our roster. Well, according to the imaginary fans, and not you guys, but I'll show up. According to the fans, these virtual guys in the rows, they all love Mina, and she's using a prime bottle. And Liv with a kick. She could be UFC Women's Champion with that. Now she's going to go to work on Mina, but now Blake is getting involved and going to throw the Glamour Girls together. And Liv Morgan is starting to show why she is the champion. Now we're going to drag Blake Monroe. I think we're going to see her go for the Oblivion and misses. And Blake telegraphs that. Smart there. You know, normally you would see for the WWE Women's Intercontinental Championship a mid-card level of woman. These are 3 women that are easily made event caliber. No. And Mina's going to go for that Mina driver on Blake. That could be all she wrote, but isn't aware that Liv's just stood above her. Now Liv's going to go to work on Mina Shirakawa with a backbreaker. Going to go for the pinfall here. Mina is precarious, but... and a kick out, not even one. That's what I'm saying. A steel chair to the back. Goodness me, Liv. She's fed up. This reminds me of WrestleMania 17. And slams the face of Mina Shirakawa to the floor. What a match so far, folks. It gets even better. And getting rid of Mina. And Blake was trying to take advantage. Liv is too much of a veteran and too conniving to know that wouldn't happen. And now she has Blake Monroe lifted up and a driver. And look at her doing the kip up. She's saying it's easy. Easy. Blake's in trouble looking for the Oblivion, but not aware that Mina's back to her feet. Hits the Oblivion. And Mina Shirakawa's here to capitalise with a leg drag. Go for the pin on Blake. I nearly called her Mariah there. I'm so used to calling her Mariah. It's so strange. And a pinfall attempt here from Mina on Liv Morgan. Could be about to see her a kick out. I would pin Blake. You could count to 56 and she wouldn't be getting up. Now Mina going to the middle rope. Liv Morgan in trouble, telling Liv to get back to her feet. And also Blake is back to her feet. And of course she targets Blake. There's no interest in Liv in a drop kick. And you have to see, I already see these other two women, the glamour girls. They're just focused on each other. When it comes down to it, it's every woman for themselves. And that could cost them. Now, what the hell's Liv thinking? Top rope. Dangerous position. Hurricanrana to Mina Shirakawa from the top. And Blake dragged to the floor. And Liv is showing her experience, her dominance. Steel chair in hand, goodness me. What's she thinking? Just misses Blake. Are we going to see Mayday? Well, it won't be called that anymore. It'll be called Monroe Day. Mayday from Blake Monroe. Liv could be about to lose. And kicks out with the last gasp of the count. What's she just done? Did she just have a drink out of that Prime bowl? I heard that Prime hydration makes you wrestle better. What the hell's Blake Monroe looking to break the arm here of Liv Morgan? No, the sacrifice. We see Penta do this. And she's going to do it to Liv. And no. Oh, and Mina's there with a kendo stick. On her arch nemesis, a former partner, a former best friend. Why, Mina? Why? And now she's going to go for that leg breaker and into a... I always feel... what's the name? Dragon twist cat? No. It's like a leg corkscrew, innit? I don't know what it's called. Now Irish whip Mina and Liv. Stopping the momentum of Mina Shirakawa. She's well aware of how dangerous Mina Shirakawa is. Don't let her fool you. Sometimes these women may turn... They have the experience in the tag team. What I would do is... Liv's obviously the most experienced wrestler. An education there from Mina Shirakawa. And now goes after Blake Monroe. Could be looking to finish her. As we Liv just needs to make sure it's not a handicap match, but I don't think that's the case. These two women cannot stop fighting each other. There is nothing but pure hatred. Where the hell's Mina going? Oh no. We're going to see, I'm going to call it lights out, because that's what it is. On the concrete, on the outside, Blake Monroe might be injured. Liv stands in the ring, throws the kendo stick, misses. Mina comes in with the kendo stick, but Liv's aware. And now Mina could be in trouble. Code breaker, and she's busted open. Not like the... Well, yeah, like the podcast. Oblivion. Liv's going to retain. Hook of the leg. Blake stumbling back to her feet. I don't even know if she knows she's in Cleveland or England. And how the hell did Mina Shirakawa kick out of that? Oblivion to Blake Monroe. Hook of the leg. Surely Mina's back to her feet. Can she break up the pinfall? No way. And Mina Shirakawa and Jessica Carr's KO'd, which is not good, because Liv has Mina beat here. She's got the kendo stick in hand and whipping away. And Mina can do nothing but take shot after shot, laceration after laceration of that kendo stick, and a clothesline from Liv, but not aware that Blake Monroe is here with a backbreaker. What a match. I'm sweating. I am sweating. I remember recording this match and I was like, gee, I nearly swore. If we do the Attitude Era Universe mod, I will just swear. Not like really bad, but like just occasionally. They'll be swearing in promos as well. Now Blake Monroe going for a move, and Oblivion! Reversed into Oblivion, but Liv can't get to her feet. That was such a good reversal from Liv. Hook of the leg, but Mina's back up again and breaks up the pinfall. Goodness me. What is it going to take? These women will not die. Now Liv walking on the back. Not aware that Blake Monroe... Oh, she is aware. Fist to Blake Monroe. Irish whip into the corner. Mina Shirakawa's going to go for the lights out on Liv, but the referee's unconscious, so it doesn't matter. Mina had this match won. Liv had this match won. Blake had this match won. Somebody's got to win, folks. And the kendo stick broke over the face of the WWE Women's Intercontinental Champion. A knee to the face. I think Liv could be knocked out. But no, oh, okay. Are we in AEW with the no-sell? Liv roll-up pin here on Mina Shirakawa. Could be about to get the pinfall. Hook of the leg. Well, no. Using the rear end. Jessica Carr can't count because she's that injured. Roll-up pin reversed from Mina Shirakawa. And by some miracle, sorry for the cut, guys, Liv managed to kick out. I don't know what to say anymore, folks. And Mina has just kicked the head off of Liv Morgan and throws a chair at Blake Monroe, who was bringing a sledgehammer into the ring. The end must be near. 2 of the 3 women busted open. Liv Morgan lifeless on the mat. How the hell are these women still going? And Liv reverses. Sorry if there's a few cuts, guys. It's just, yeah, it's just how I have to produce it. And another kick. Liv might have knocked Mina out. And both of these women are absolutely spent. Liv gonna throw Mina out or onto the rope. She must be looking for the end. Kick up there from Liv Morgan. What a match this has been, folks. If you don't think this is a 5-star match, I'd be very, very surprised. Now we're going to see that Bulldog springboard off the ropes. Liv Morgan, tribute to Spike Dudley. What the hell's Blake Monroe doing? Twerking on the outside. And Liv is sent to the end, but Blake Monroe's in the ring. But that ain't going to matter, because we're going to see another Oblivion. That's got to do it, folks. And Mina kicks out. But anyway, Blake kicked out. And sledgehammer. Oh, Liv saves herself. Oh my God, what a match. What a friggin' match, folks. You cannot deny how good these women have been. I told you it was an absolute classic. And Liv with the sledgehammer takes Mina Shirakawa out. That should be her gone for the remainder of the match, I would have thought. But Liv is not giving up. Kick to Blake Monroe. Going for the sledgehammer here is Liv. She wants to put both these women on the shelf. And Blake Monroe can do nothing. And surely Liv's looking to finish it now. She is. Roll up pin here from Liv. No, she's surely looking for the Oblivion or the code breaker. She needs to get this match won. She's going to go for the Oblivion here. Oh no, she isn't. She's got Blake against the ropes. They're going to stretch her. Stretch the neck. Going to try and break the neck. Mina. Oh, look at Mina taunting Dirty Dom. That is a disgrace. And oh my word. Mina with the fists. Arm drag to Liv. And Liv rolls out the ring. Oh no, Blake's in trouble. Mina Shirakawa with the kick. Liv's back in. Roll up pin here from Liv Morgan. Could be about to steal wood and kick out. How? How is she still standing? And throws Mina outside. No, Liv's gone out. And new Blake was there. Lights out from Mina. We're going to have a new WWE Women's Intercontinental Champion. 2, 3, and Mina Shirakawa wins the WWE Women's Intercontinental Champion. Guys, I'm actually sweating from commentating that match. Look at the state of the body and the head of Mina Shirakawa. Wowzeroonies, guys. That's not me doing something inappropriate. That's me applauding that match. That was incredible, guys. Well, I was sweating, folks, and now I'm going to sweat because I see Rhea Ripley and Julie. I am the worst commentator. If I was, I'd be fired. I'm like Booker T. I'm terrible. But anyways, the story behind this match, WWE Women's World Heavyweight Championship. Of course, in 2K24, Julia won the Women's Royal Rumble. Her and Stephanie Vaquer were taken out at a fan event by a mystery attacker, a woman or a guy, we don't know, who was in an all-black outfit, and Julia returned a couple of weeks back on Raw. She never got her opportunity at the World Championship at the time, but Adam Pearce, when she came back, said, Julia, name the time and the place, and you'll get that match. Rhea, of course, won the Elimination Chamber, and due to the transition of games, we didn't actually do a WrestleMania. We will this year. The final boss, The Rock, told Adam Pearce that he needs to pick a champion he feels worthy, as they cannot be losing money and going through tournaments again. So, he chose the most popular woman. The winner of the Elimination Chamber, Rhea Ripley, a very sensible choice. She has successfully defended the championship, and she is a real demon. But that's the thing, demons don't deal with pretty, beautiful, or especially beautiful madness. Julia is here, and I've got some really good Julia attires as well. Julia deserves this opportunity. Rhea deserves to be champion. It's going to be a huge match, folks. We don't know who's going to win this. Julia and Rhea, they've had a bit of confrontation. Julia attacking Rhea Ripley, telling the production team to turn the lights out. But Rhea is not interested. Rhea said it's business as usual. She comes to women. She comes with the championship. She leaves with the championship. And that's just the way it is. This attire, I don't know if I like it or I hate it. I love the bit underneath. I love the jacket. But I thought it was so appropriate for SummerSlam. Donning the Triple H helmet. Rhea believes she's the Queen of Queens. The greatest of all time in the women's division. I mean, I'll be honest. Not my opinion, but it is possible that in a few years' time, Rhea will be the greatest woman of all time. I mean, my personal favourite is Becky Lynch. And I know that's not a popular choice. Well, it might be. I know Sports Illustrated said it. That was a genuine thing. From a wrestling perspective, I always, like, out of the 4 horsewomen, I genuinely think you've got to have one of them 4 as your GOAT. That's my opinion. And I would pick Becky Lynch. I wouldn't even be mad if someone said Bayley. Like, I genuinely wouldn't. I don't see why that's, like, people would laugh at that, but I don't understand why. I think she could be considered one of the greatest. She's certainly one of the greatest women of this generation. But anyway, back to the task at hand. Rhea friggin' Ripley. Rhea bloody Ripley. And the World Heavyweight Championship is in her hands. It could be leaving with Beautiful Madness, or it could still be eradicated. We don't know. And that's what we're excited to see. And of course, part 2 and 3, this will be a 3-part PLE. I think that's how I'm going to do it, and it's just going to be about 45 minutes each episode. SummerSlam's a big PLE, though. There's obviously 2 nights, but part 3 will finish all of SummerSlam, if that makes sense. We're not really dividing it into nights. We're just kind of doing 3 parts. I felt that was the best thing to do. As Mike Rome announces the women into the ring, the challenger Julia, actually from London, but hails out of Tokyo, Japan. She is going to get an opportunity, big opportunity, huge opportunity. I want to see... This is a dream match, by the way. So SummerSlam-esque, and if you think that WrestleMania and the Royal Rumble are not going to top this, every PLE that I've booked gets progressively better. So, I always try and improve the PLEs. I think this is a dream match, but SummerSlam is the perfect place for a dream match. Julia versus Rhea Ripley, it's live and it's next. And Mike Chioda is our official in charge, and that's what it's all about, the WWE Women's World Heavyweight Championship. Of course, we're going to see in a later episode Bianca versus Stephanie, and Julia starts off fast. That was to be expected. This, for me, is a very simple equation, this match. Rhea is strength and brutality. Julia is technicality and speed. And I think that is literally what this contest is going to come down to. Who is faster or who is stronger, and does it overpower the other? And Julia with a forearm to Rhea. And that's what I meant about the speed. Julia's one step ahead, but them headbutts... I imagine getting headbutted by Rhea Ripley is like getting headbutted by a train. And now she's going to go after the arm of Julia. Of course, I think that would be a better tactic for someone like Julia towards Rhea Ripley. Take away the strength. She's starting to get up already. Not impressed by Beautiful Madness. But Beautiful Madness reverses it. Julia and Rhea's just one step ahead. Intense back and forth early on in this match. Cannot be decided. And look at the strength of Rhea. Powerbomb. Just throws her into an overhead. Press off the ropes goes Julia. That's what I mean about Rhea Ripley. Just freakish strength. She can just she's just throwing Julia about like she weighs nothing, axe handle, but Julia reverses. And now Julia's going to go after Rhea. Can she land a punch or something of meaning, and does? I want to see Julia make this more technical. Nice drop kick from Julia. I would love Julia. Nothing more than Julia to win the World Championship here tonight at SummerSlam. It would be such a beautiful moment. Of course, we've seen Oba Femi. We've seen 2 new champions. Trust me, I didn't book this on purpose. Usually, SummerSlam's a time for shift and change in it. So I think Oba Femi was a good winner for the Intercontinental Championship. I also think Mina Shirakawa and the story she can tell with the likes of Blake Monroe and the rest of the women's division can be excellent. Liv's obviously able to slot in anywhere. She's more of a utility woman or a main eventer. What the hell's Rhea doing to Julia? Oh, and repeated headbutts on the ramp here in the First Energy Arena. Julia is in trouble. Rhea is starting to get into a rhythm, and you do not want that reversal from Julia. Rhea goes into the barricade. And the throat slit from Julia. And of course, that is always a good sign when you're that confident. And throws Rhea back in the ring. An itch on my foot. But comes back in the ring. Ducks that grapple. That is clever from Julia. Don't really see that too much in professional wrestling. Ducking and dodging. Now Julia's going to use her technical prowess. Rhea reads it. And this is where Julia might be starting to doubt herself and just snapping the neck. Roll up pin here from Julia. Smart work here from Beautiful Madness. I must say, I think both women are wrestling a very sensible match, and a hurricanrana there from Julia. They are both doing the right thing. The pace is slower. It's not as erratic as the triple threat we've just seen. Both women trying to limit the mistakes and focus on being effective and efficient, and Julia's going to look to be efficient here as Rhea's on the top rope. Could be looking for a queen-size superplex and hits it. But you have to wonder what that's taken out of Julia. Of course, Rhea, obviously the bigger woman. And Julia, not known for her strength, and a pinfall off the suplex. Rhea kicks out at 1. Now a stomp. Julia might be sensing some weakness in the Eradicator. I don't sense any. Oh dear. Oh no. Julia, look at Julia's face. Electric chair face plant. That could do it, folks. Julia in big trouble. Will she kick out? Oh my god. Rhea nearly retained there. And that's what you got to be careful of. Julia has managed to scramble to her feet, and now I don't know if this is the smartest idea with Rhea Ripley, to be fair. Going to trade blows as Julia is looking to fight. I wouldn't want to get... If I was Julia, this is one thing I'd definitely have wanted to avoid, is getting into a fist fight with a striker like Rhea Ripley. She'll just use her head and headbutt her. But she's doing okay, actually. And Julia, she's goading the women's champion and just kicks her head off. Julia can barely walk. And a drop kick from Rhea. Julia's in trouble. Are we going to see Riptide? Maybe we are. Julia, thank you for coming. Riptide connects. Could be all that she wrote. 1, 2, and a kick out. How? Rhea's going to go for another Riptide. Julia kicks out of the Riptide. And a clothesline here, and Rhea is pissed. Julia kicking out of the Riptide. What the hell's... Oh, and another kick to the head. Rhea is stalking her prey. Riptide again. Julia reverses. And had to reverse, because that would have been it. I'm still quite shocked she kicked out of the first one. Now we're going to see Julia go for it, I believe. The suplex. And we've seen her do this many a times. That could do it, folks. Julia going to win the WWE Women's World Championship, and Rhea kicks out. Whew. Even this match has got me sweating. I mean, it's just genuinely hot, probably. Now, Irish whip from Julia. Cannot believe that both women have kicked out of each of their finishers. It is testament to how durable and brilliant these women are. But Julia has Rhea up. Oh, no. And bounced off the ring apron goes Rhea. Oh, God. And ripping the desk apart. And Corey Graves, Michael Cole, and I believe Byron Saxton have moved out of the way because they know that anything that's going to happen over there is not going to be good. Of course, countouts are a thing in this match, and what the hell's Julia thinking? Oh, no. Rhea lifeless on the table. Julia's going to risk everything. Is it worth it, Julia? It is for the Women's World Championship, goodness me. Moonsault through the announcer's desk. Could have taken Rhea out. It's the cost, it's the price that sometimes the risk you have to take to become champion. Rhea reversed a drop kick from Julia, but Rhea's busted open, I believe, from that table spot. She doesn't look in a good way, folks. Julia could be about to end it with a knee to the face and just falls on Rhea Ripley for the World Championship. How? How is Rhea Ripley still in this match? Now reversal clothesline missed from Rhea, but does use the strength to get back. And now Rhea with a tilt-a-world slam. And Rhea's eye is horrendously cut. Must have been a marking from the table. And now Rhea going to look to finish things with the splash. Julia in trouble. Rhea going to drag it central. Julia is a step away from losing. And a kick out. How on earth does Julia kick out of that? What a match, by the way, guys. I didn't realise this match was so good. Now Rhea's frustration is evident and it's on show. The stomps. And now we're going to see Riptide. And now we're going to end things. The Eradicator. Oh no, she's maybe not. Julia fights out. Julia is lit up like a Christmas tree, by the way. And a drop kick to Rhea. And the Cleveland crowd are clapping her. They're chanting. Julia might be about to go for the 3-pointer. She's going to the top rope. She needs to hit something and a stomp connects. And that's massive. Rhea trying to crawl away. And a huge blow. And Rhea, that table spot's done something to her. And now Julia's going to take her. But no, Rhea fights back. So much fight left in the Eradicator. She's looking for the Riptide, I think. No, she ain't. Oh, and onto the... That's going to break her nose, by the way. That's a horrendous spot. And look at Rhea. Rhea's hurt. This might be the first time in Rhea's career she might be hurt, bringing Julia to her knees. And Julia rolls out the way. Drop kick again. For the Women's World Championship, Julia, you have to wonder what Rhea's got left. Because Julia's about to finish things now. She's about to end it all and win the Women's World Championship. What is she doing? And then knee to the face, right to the eye. The eye that was cut off the table. Mike Chioda down. And we have a new WWE Women's World Heavyweight Champion. Wow, folks. 3 title changes on part 1. Well, guys, I hope you did enjoy part 1. Make sure you do subscribe and like. And watch out for part 2. I love that show. There's much more surprises to come. Don't be shocked. That's all I'm going to say.